Hello baritone players. So we are going to work this week on getting our lips warmed up and ready to be able to play a brass instrument. We're going to learn our first 3 notes and we're going to talk about how to practice with those 3 so you can get the tone you want. For our book, our reference here is anyone who is playing baritone, euphonium, or tuba. We are reading the same thing. We are reading baritone bass clef right now, not baritone treble clef, so I don't believe any of you read in treble clef, but if any of you do, this will be a C major instead of a B flat major scale. So our 3 valves live here on a baritone, old baritone, facing forward, or like the baritone I have, or a euphonium, here. So the one closest to the bell, it's kind of mirrored here, is 1, where your first finger goes. 2 is the middle one, and 3 is your third finger, the one furthest away from your face when you're playing. Just as a reference. But the first thing we're going to do is learn about our mouth. So you're going to take out your mouthpiece, and I bet you're like, oh, Mr. Callan, I know what my mouth is. It's something that I eat with. But no, your mouth is the instrument you have chosen. As a brass player, this is only about 10% of the sound. The rest comes all from here. So you're going to take your lips, you're going to squeeze them real tight together, purse them, tighten the corners of your mouth, and push air right out through the middle. And it's going to sound like this. Your lips are going to buzz together. It's going to buzz your bones a little bit. It'll feel a little bit funny. But you're going to do this until you get a sound out of it. Now the corners of your mouth have to be really tight to the side, and your middle and top and bottom lips need to be tight together. You're trying to force air out just through a little tiny square in the middle of your mouth, and if you're not tightening the corners, it's going to look like this, which isn't how it works. So without tightening those corners, you're just letting air leak out through the corners, out the sides. If you tighten your corners, it'll keep the air right in the middle, and we only want it coming out of the middle. If you're having trouble with that, start with loose lips and just do a like a horse, right? It's okay if it gets a little spitty. As you get more comfortable with that, tighten your lips as you do it. And you'll get the sound. It's like doing a bicep curl with a big weight, where you're loose. Get loose, tighten it up, loosen it on the way back down. Right? So you're aiming for this sound. Once you have that, spend some time with that. That might take the longest part of this week, just getting that sound. But if you don't have the sound before you move on to your instrument, you're never going to get the sound out of your instrument that you want. The lip sound is the most important thing. Once you have the lip sound, you're going to do it, and as you do it, move the mouthpiece up to your mouth. As you do that, when it meets your mouth, make sure nothing's leaking out the sides. The only sound, only air that is coming out of your mouth should come out of the hole at the end of the mouthpiece. Nothing comes out the sides. If it's coming out the sides, you'll feel it. Or you won't get a note at all. That doesn't work. Ways to fix that: tighten your corners. Tighten the middle, make sure the air comes out the middle, and make sure your mouthpiece is perfectly centered on your lips. Should be a little crosshair on it where your air goes through. Sorry about that, my camera died. So we're going to pick up right back where we left off, talking about the crosshair, making sure the middle of your lips tighten the corner, squeeze together like you ate something sour, pushing through the mouthpiece, maintaining the same amount of air at the same pressure to get a consistent buzz. are. So we're going to open up a metronome. And with the metronome set to 60 beats per minute, I'm going to do 4 beats of a buzz, rest for 4 beats, 4 beats of a buzz, rest for 4 beats. It's going to look like this. Ready? Right? When we're doing this, we're trying to get the same note, pitch, tone, all maintained for 4 beats. So it's do. We're not looking for right? That sounds like a little fly going around. We want to hit the note, maintain the note, cut the note off at the end. Right? So do that a bunch until you feel comfortable. If you're feeling strong enough, you can do that just with your lips. Right? And there we are. So, when you feel strong enough and you have a good buzz coming out of your mouthpiece, but not before, put in your mouthpiece into your instrument. Okay. When we hold our baritone horn, your left hand, will go underneath it and kind of brace it. Your instrument might be cold, but your body will warm it up, and the air inside will warm it up too. So you'll hold it like that, and you'll have 1, 2, 3. So your right hand itself should really not have any pressure on it. Occasionally, if I'm using my left hand, you'll see me just hold it with my right hand. Not the right way to do it, but I want to be able to give you hand signs while we play. So when you're holding it, your left arm is maintaining all of its weight. Your back should be straight, sitting straight up. Because if you let it sit on your lap, you're going to be a little hunched over person like this, and that's not good. You're not going to be able to access any of your lungs. Straight back, feet on the ground, supporting with your left arm, right hand, 1, 2, 3, thumb underneath. All right? Our first note is our concert B flat right here. That 0 means that there are no valves pressed. We're not pressing any of the buttons. Make sure you can see that on the other one as well. We're not pressing any of the buttons. So it is just an open note. And it's going to sound like this. Right? So try to match that pitch. If you're coming in a little high and getting this note, loosen your lips up and it will drop down. Well, listen, I'll start on that higher note and open my lips a little bit more and it'll drop down. Right? Did nothing else but just open my lips a little bit and relax. So that low note, that B flat, is do of our scale. So you're going to open up a metronome. 4 beats on, 4 beats off, 5 beats on, 5 beats off, 6 beats on, 4 beats off, all the way up. So we're going to add 1 beat each time we play the note, but always rest for 4. So watch. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So that's getting your lungs ready and your tone ready. The shorter notes, the 4 beats, the 5 beats, you have enough air in your lungs to be able to maintain that. And as each time you get more comfortable with keeping the note level, keeping the tone good, keeping it from cracking into other pitches, then you'll be able to add 1 extra beat on each time. So that was 4 beats of a note, then 4 beats rest, then 5 beats of a note, then 4 beats rest, then 6 beats of a note, then 4 beats rest, all the way up to 8 notes. And that's just what you can do to practice that first note. You can do the same thing to practice our second note, which is C. Right here. C says 1 and 3, which means your first and your third fingers on the valves, all the way down. When you change to this note, make sure they are all the way down. This is what the note is supposed to sound like. If your valves are not all the way down, you can't hit it. It's going to stop you from actually putting the air through where it needs to be. And when you change it, both need to go up and down at the same time. So try to match this pitch with first and third finger down. That's it. You can do the same exercise with the 4 beats on all the way through 8 beats with that C. And our third note is D. That is your first and your second valve. So 1 and 2. Right? So make sure you got that. So those are your first 3 notes. Your B flat, your C, and your D. Right? So with those 3 notes, this is what I want to see from you this week. Going over to your metronome, I want to see 4 beats of B flat, then rest for 4 beats. Then 4 beats of C, rest for 4 beats, 4 beats of D, rest for 4 beats. It's going to look a little like this. 1, 2, ready. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And that's it. So when you practice this week, practice with just your lips. Get your lips buzzing. Make sure you have a sound there. Practice with just your mouthpiece. 4 beats of buzzing. Make sure you can get it on your mouthpiece. And then practice with your horn itself. The first 5 minutes of every practice, you should not be touching the horn. After 5 minutes with just your mouthpiece and your lips, you can start with the long tones. This week, I want you to submit that last exercise, 4 beats of C, or 4 beats of B flat, 4 beats rest, 4 beats of C, 4 beats rest, 4 beats of D, 4 beats rest. Maintain, I'm looking for clean tone. The note shouldn't be moving up or down. I'm looking for good volume. I want to hear the note. And I'm looking for good posture in your body. And those 3 things tie together. Make sure your fingers are in the right place. Make sure you're putting good air into the instrument. And make sure you're getting good sound out of the instrument. If you have any questions, send me an email. I'll be able to help you out. Good luck.